This is a video on glute training for guys. I mean, come on, guys want nice glutes too. This is a standing hip extension using a mini band. The trick to this exercise is when I'm using my left hip, like right now, pushing that right foot into the ground. You want about 12 to 15 reps on each leg. This is now a static lateral mini band touch. Again, as I'm moving my right leg, I'm pushing my left leg into the ground. That's going to activate the glutes a little bit more. And same thing, when I switch over to the other leg, when I switch to the left leg, I push that right leg into the ground. Both the standing hip extension and this lateral touch are great for warming up the glutes. Now this part becomes a little more dynamic. This is a walking, just a lateral walk. Your lateral glute muscles, the glute medius muscles on the side of your hip, control the knee. They help control how the knee moves towards midline of the body. So this exercise is critical for helping enhance knee stability. This is just what's called a monster walk. I'm kind of walking at an angle. Staying low, squatted into my hips like that, moving forward and backwards, ensures I use all the glute muscles for controlling the hip. So these are warm-up exercises before the other exercises. Now, I love this standing. It's single leg, toe touch, and reach. You can't really see this, but the glutes in my left leg are working really, really hard. Same with the right leg. I'm creating internal rotation. I'm challenging the glute to work in all planes. Again, another warm-up exercise. Now we start getting into some real exercises. These are just some standing hip hinges or standing RDLs, just using body weight. Great exercises. I have all the reps written below. There's a lateral lunge. This is a lateral lunge. You can do this with a dumbbell. Reaching for your foot helps improve hip flexion. So when your hand reaches for the foot, it forces your hip in a better range of motion. You can see at a better angle here. As I reach down, or as you reach down, you get better hip flexion. Better hip flexion lengthens the glutes. The glutes extend the hip, but they lengthen when you're going into hip flexion. So by lengthening the glutes more during hip flexion, you activate them. You get higher return on that. That's the benefit of reaching for the foot during some of these exercises. Now, this is a little lateral lunge to balance. This really challenges the glutes. This is when you don't have a lot of equipment. If you want to make training hard, try doing a lunge to balance, and you can see how hard I'm working. Doing the reach gets the extra range of motion for the glutes. Come up, press that foot into the ground, squeeze the glutes, contract your abdominals, and you'll hold the balanced position. Now, this is a reverse lunge to balance. Reverse lunge to balance with a single leg RDL. So reverse lunge, balance, single leg RDL. That's going to use the hamstrings, the adductors, the glutes, get all those muscles working together. Now I'm going to show you from the other angle. So now this is just from the other side. Reverse lunge, balance, and hip hinge. The benefit of the reverse lunge is you're moving back into the hip, so you're loading the glutes instead of putting your weight forward into the knees. Again, reps will be down below. This is the hip press, or the hip thrust exercise. Put the weights on the hips, and dumbbells are easiest to use. Now I'm just using dumbbells right on the hip joints. In this next segment, you will see I add the mini band. By adding the mini band, you add a second plane of motion. The mini band is collapsing the knees together, so the glutes have to work harder to stabilize the knees. This is a standing hip thrust. I love this exercise. Put it around your waist, attach it to a pole, and rock and roll. All the reps and sets will be written below, so check them out.